Good morning, students. In previous class, we discussed about introductions of sets, how sets are used in our daily life, and also how sets we use mathematically. And also we discussed some special sets which are used in mathematics. Those are n, which is the set of natural number, z, which is the set of integers, q, set of rational numbers, are set of real numbers. All these sets are special sets which are used in mathematics, and also we discussed about what these sets represents. After that, we also discussed about well-defined objects of a set. What are well-defined objects? We yesterday discussed that an element is said to be well-defined, or object is said to be well defined if that elements or object lies in that set. Otherwise, that object is not well defined. For example, also yesterday we discussed about, if we say the set of all rich people, the set of all rich people. This rich, how will define, on the basis of what concept will define the rich people? It may vary from person to person, so we cannot find the elements of this set. Therefore, we can say that the elements are not well defined. After that, today we will discuss the definition of a set. Definition of set. So today we will discuss the definition of a set. So what is a set now? A set is a well defined collection of objects or elements. Then how to represent a set mathematically? Representation of a set. Sets are usually denoted by capital alphabets like capital A, capital B, C, X, Y, Z, etc. And how the elements or objects of a set are represented? The elements or objects, or also called the members of a set, are denoted by small alphabets, small English alphabets like this: A, small b, small c, D, E, X, Y, Z, etc. Mathematically also, we can define the members or an element which present in that set. If suppose the element of a set is A, suppose a set is A, A is a set, it is denoted by capital alphabet, and suppose the elements of this set say small a. Small a is the element, A is the set. So if this element present in this set A, that means A is a member of this set A, then how we are representing mathematically? A belongs to capital A. Small a belongs to capital A. We will read small a belongs to capital A, and this symbol is epsilon symbol. This is the Greek symbol called epsilon symbol, and we will read this is as belongs to. So if small a belongs to capital A, means the element A present in the set A. Suppose the elements A is not present in the set A, then how we are representing mathematically? We will say A does not belong to set A. The element A does not belong to set A, means the element A is not present in the set A. This we will represent mathematically like this, and we will read like this: A does not belong to A. Now let us discuss some examples. Start. Example of sets. Let us consider a set which is denoted by capital V, which represents set of vowels. And all you know, what are the elements of this set? As usual, A, E, I, O, U. So all these are the elements or members of the set V. So what we will write here? We can write A belongs to V, means small a present in the set V, small e present in the set V, I belongs to V, O belongs to V, and U belongs to V. But if we will take an element, say small b, is it belongs to the set V? No, it does not belong to the set V. So we will write here small b does not belong to set V. Now we will discuss what are the methods for representing a set. There are two methods. One method, first method is roster or tabular form. In this form, all the elements of a set are listed. That means the elements are separated by commas and are enclosed with curly braces like this. For example, if we will take a set of all positive integers less than 7, means set A is set of all positive integers which are less than 7. So how will represent this set? So A can be represented like this. So you can take what are the positive integers less than 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all these are the elements of this set A, separated by each elements are separated by commas and enclosed with curly braces. So this set A is represented in tabular form or roster form. So in tabular form or roster form, the elements of the sets are written individually, separated by commas and enclosed with curly braces. Another example, example 2. Let us consider a set of odd natural numbers. Suppose the set D represents set of all odd odd natural numbers. So what are the elements of this set? You can say what are the odd numbers and natural number? 1, 3, 5, 7, dot, dot. Means we cannot write all the elements of this set. The dots tells us that the list of odd numbers continue indefinitely. It means after 7 there are indefinitely odd numbers are there, but we cannot write here all the numbers, we cannot write here. Another example, let us consider. Suppose a set E represents set of letters forming the word school. Set of letters forming the word school. So, what are the elements of this set? Let us start the curly bracket. Letters S, C, H, O, L. Here O is repeated 2 times, but we will write in set, we will write the elements only once. The elements which are repeated, we will not write repeatedly, rather we will write only once. So, these are the elements of set A, and here it is written in roster or tabular form. And one more thing, one important note here in this case, the first this note I said, whether the elements are repeated, we'll write only once. Another thing is the order is immaterial, means here we have written A C H O L, another person can write like this C O H S L. Also it can be written like this. So E can be written in this ways also. Another form of representing the set is set builder form. In set builder form, all the elements of a set possess a single common property which is not possessed by any element outside the set. For example, if we will say, first example, suppose the set B, which earlier we discussed in case of roster or tabular form, the same set V, suppose we will say take set of vowels in English alphabet. So, you know how we are writing the set in tabular form or roster form. Now, in this case, this set can be written also in set builder form, means we will write a common property for each elements of this set. So, we can write like this in set builder form, X, which is an element, such that X is a vowel in English alphabet. So what this X represents? X represents the elements of the set V. Which property it possesses? It possesses the property that X is a vowel in English alphabet. So the common property here is vowel in English alphabet. So in set builder form, we will write X. X means the elements of this set V, and which property it possesses, such that X is a vowel in English alphabet. Let us consider another example. Say set B, set of all natural numbers between 3 and 10. So this set of all natural numbers between 3 and 10, how we'll write in set builder form? So we'll write that X x is the element of the set B such that 3 less than x less than 10, curly bracket end. So here x represents the elements of the set B. Which common property it possesses? The common property here, first of all, the set element x is a natural number and it lies between 3 and 10. So mathematically we will write 3 less than x less than 10, means the element x is greater than 3 and less than 10. So after discussing the sets definition, example of sets, representation of set in two forms, that is tabular form and set builder form, and also examples of each case. One homework for you, you can solve this homework. Write the set A write the following set A, which is set of all natural numbers divided by 2 and less than 7. This set you have to write in both ways. Write the following set A in both tabular form and set builder form. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.